Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kia Simone, and we are here to get into this week's episode of Married to Medicine, where it looks like the season's theme is going to be heavenly raising hell online. Child, let's just get right into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I wanted to take a second to say thank you. I did not realize that I was getting super thanks and super chats type of comments where y'all are actually putting $1 in the plate and leaving $9.99 here and $10 there. And I said, oh my God, this gas money, child. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I am so grateful. I did not realize y'all were doing that, because when I respond to y'all in the comments, I respond through my YouTube Studio app, and all of the comments look the same to me. And I happen to have to go to the actual YouTube app for something to look in my comments. And I said, hold on. I literally did not realize that I was getting these. So I had to take my time and go back and look and say, let me see something. So I want to take a second to say thank you and shout out to the names that I did see. And I'm going to just listen. If I miss a name, if I didn't see a name, please charge it to my head, not my heart, because I'm telling y'all, I'm learning this thing here day by day. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just down here talking to y'all. Shout out to Fifi ASP, Plum a few times, Brandy Smith, Miss Allison JD, VC, Amber Lede, and Sonia Pearson. Those are the names that I did see, and I want to say thank you. Oh my gosh. Like, listen, I know in today's economy, when everything is double the price for half the product, I do not take it for granted. So thank you so very much to every single one of you who has contributed and super chatted, super thanked, super gifted, been super supportive. I love y'all. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. So the episode opens up with everybody catching up, and we see that the Black OBGYN super twins are back together. Jackie and Simone have made up. They said they both had to kind of come off their high horses and meet each other in the middle to salvage their friendship. And I'm glad they did. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was of the position that Dr. Jackie was a little more full of shit than Dr. Simone, but that's just me. Nonetheless, it's good to see they have worked it out. We move on to Heavenly's house, where Alora is all grown up and helping Heavenly run a beauty supply store that she has recently opened. Because one thing Heavenly is going to do is flip $1. And she crazy as hell, but I don't blame her. So Quad stops by Heavenly's house to catch up about what's been going on with the ladies. And Quad asks Heavenly about Contessa. Heavenly says that she hasn't heard from Contessa since the reunion. And she don't know why. Well, they cut to Contessa in the confessional to tell us why. Contessa said, well, I'm not talking to Heavenly because Heavenly is on the internet talking to anybody who will listen about my marriage like a damn dog. So no, I ain't talking to Heavenly. And Heavenly, true to her messy form, turns the conversation around and asks Quad, well, you know, how your renovations been going on your new house? You ain't got no sponsors? Y'all know they said the rumor is supposed to be that Quad is dealing with one of her contractors, and that's how she was helping to pay for some of the renovations on her house. Child, who knows? Anyway, Quad said, no, ain't no sponsors. I don't have any sponsors that I'm taking $1 or 1,000 from, because I don't want no man thinking he got authority in my house. So, no. Heavenly said, well, if I was you, if I was young and fine and didn't have any kids and didn't have a husband, I'd take $1. Heavenly, we know. You done said you trapped your husband, so we know. We move on and see Contessa at home working with the Black G.I. Joe, because she is training to become a fitness model. Well, you go ahead with your bad self. You get down. I'm training to stay on the treadmill, but that's my struggle. Anyway, they make sure to let us know this man is only training her. He ain't her man, because her and old Scott is still together. We know that they broke down at the reunion, but apparently they went to the mechanic and got it all put back together, child. Contessa said they sat down after the reunion, after they cried, talked about how volatile their household is and everything else. And they had a conversation with their kids about getting divorced. And she went and found a realtor. The realtor drafted listing paperwork, but Scott refused to sign the listing paperwork. He said instead he was willing to go to therapy, and therapy supposedly has worked. Now, I'ma just hope that that's the truth, because they are a young family, and at the end of the day, you do want to see this family work things out, and that's what their goal is. That's what they're working toward. We move on to Quad's house, where she is home with her puppies that we know are her children. They are fried, dyed, and laid to the side, looking like Lisa Frank notebooks in the 90s. I said, what in the tie-dye hell? Quad's adorable 6-year-old nephew and her mom both live with her now in her absolutely fabulous 14,000 square foot home. Unfortunately, her brother passed away, and after her brother passed away, his son and her mom came to stay. And we see her talking to her nephew about his teacher, saying that he's an excellent student, but that he loses focus sometimes. And he says, well, when he's not focusing, he's thinking about his dad. They have a moment, and Quad coaches him to kind of push through those moments. It was a really, really touching scene, and I really think Quad is going to do a really good job as an auntie. We move on to Anila's house, where she and her husband are planning a celebration to break in their new home that they just finally finished building. Their home is also 14,000 square feet and absolutely fabulous. It's a stunning home with a stunning price tag that started at $1.5 million and ended at $2.5 to build. But it's pretty though. Her husband said the one word that he would use to sum up building this home is regret. Well, damn. Child, Anila looked at him like she could hear the divorce papers coming out the printer. Anila said she wanted to build them a dream home to live in for 10 years. I guess dreams change. My thing is, why do y'all want to stay in debt? I think the goal is to work your way out of debt, but it's like there's no sense of satisfaction. I don't understand. And then she had a cow walk through her home as a blessing ceremony. Moving on. And speaking of when are you satisfied, we move on to Toya. Toya and Eugene have moved again. They have sold their custom-built, custom-designed dream home. Toya is damn near nomad. I don't understand what the issue is. They move like they are on the run all the time. If nothing else, you got small kids. You don't worry about them not being able to remember their address, moving every other year. I don't understand. But anyway, they sold the old home and they are living in a rental home, but they bought a lot where they're going to build a new home that should be ready April 2023. And after Toya and Eugene spent a bunch of money building the last house and designing it to be this perfect dream home, now that house wasn't big enough. That house didn't have an elevator like the rental house has an elevator. And that house didn't have a tennis court, and it wasn't big enough for kids and things. Then what the hell? Who did you design it for? Girl, what? Toya is full of, and being married to her has to be like having a hole in your pocket. I do not understand. Even if the reason for selling and moving again is, oh, well, the market was high, we made a bunch of money. Well, the market is high and it costs a whole bunch of money to buy. So even to buy or build costs more than it did. You gonna spend your profit. So what? So Eugene comes home from working at the hospital, and as soon as he comes through the door, Toya is on the "I'ma tell your daddy" fuss train. Eugene is barely in the house when she starts complaining to him about she can't find nothing in this house. Girl, that's the one thing that is your job. Why? What do you do? Like, what do you exhaust yourself being fabulous all day? Like, I don't understand what are you doing? So Toya is yelling at the kids, and Eugene asks, why are we yelling? I don't think y'all understand how noisy an ER is. And I done been in an ER for hours on end. So, and Toya says, well, do you realize that we're a black family and black families are loud? Eugene said, well, maybe I need a reset when I get home. Toya says, well, do you need a white woman? Toya, what? Toya got to be about as ignorant as they come. What the hell does the man telling you? I done worked all day and night with people hollering, screaming, bleeding, falling out, begging for help, things beeping and going off. The man tells you, I need a little peace when I get home from the job that is funding your life of laying up all day and not knowing where anything is in the house and threatening the kids with me when I get off the job that I've been on all day to pay for this. I tell you, I need some peace when I come in from that, and you gonna ask me, do I need a white woman? What in the white woman hell are you talking about, Toya? That has nothing to do with wanting a white woman. That has to do with wanting a woman with consideration, respect, and an inside voice. And that's what Eugene said. Eugene said, are they quieter? And they kids roasted. Yeah, mama, you sound down. I can't with Toya. So we move on to Anila's party. And everybody starts arriving. When Heavenly arrives, she's introducing what looks like it's going to be a new couple being added to the show. It's Audra, a real estate attorney, and her husband, Martin, who's a dentist and graduate of Howard University. Shout out to Howard University, where my sister graduated. I just had to take a moment to highlight that. I'm super duper proud, if you can't tell. So while they're at this party, everybody's mixing and mingling, and Heavenly's introducing the couple to people, and Damon gets separated from her. And he happens to be off in the corner with some lady talking to him. And Heavenly's brown liquor is kicking in, and she about to kick ass. Why is that over there in his face? Why is she in his face? What's she over there talking to him for? Why people always want to be in his face? I'm tired of this. Oh, yeah. Heavenly about to tear the damn club up about her man. Here we go. So we see Miss Carrie come in, and she goes over and tells Damon that Heavenly is worried about other women in his face. And telling Damon about, she shouldn't be worried. It's been 25 years. She has nothing to be worried about. Heavenly said, you need to keep your lips off my marriage and put them on your man. You don't stop running telling my husband everything. Mind your business while your husband probably over in a face over there behind your back. So Toya and Eugene arrived to the party about 2 hours or so late, and Anila gives everybody a tour of the house. She makes sure to let us know that, yeah, y'all was clowning me about my blogging last season. Well, just so y'all know, all the furniture in this house, free from blogging. I said, well, this might be one of the last TV show recaps y'all see from me. I might have to go dig up about $2.5 million and build me a house and see if I can get me $500,000 worth of furniture for free. Because I'll be damned. Girl. And the house is fabulous. It's beautiful. I loved the chairs in her bedroom. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now this is how you use your platform. Toya, take notes. So then we see Dr. Contessa talking to Quad about her beef with Dr. Heavenly. And Quad is drunk as hell, just trying to make it through the moment. Girl, I don't know what you're talking to me about, but go ahead. Contessa was saying in the confessional how Heavenly sat up on her YouTube channel and basically accused her husband of being abusive. Well, Contessa and her husband are both doctors. And of course, that kind of an allegation threatens his reputation and I'm sure license. Apparently, Heavenly is doing this to everybody on the show. She is, after the show, going on her YouTube channel and just spouting off whatever she has to say in terms of her opinion about her castmates and their lives. Well, like Quad said in the confessional, you cannot just get on the internet and say whatever you want to say about your friends and expect them to still be your friends and pretend that that's all separate. It doesn't work like that. And if you do really think that Scott is abusive, don't you think that's something you should be addressing with Contessa directly rather than using it as content online? So Quad tries to call Heavenly over. Contessa, hell no. Don't call her over here. I don't feel like talking to her tonight. I don't want to tear these people stuff up. This is a real nice house. Look like they done spent a lot of money on this party. I'm not trying to turn these people trays over, okay? So no, don't call her over here. Quad said, you don't want to do it? And Contessa said, no, she called my husband abusive. He's a doctor and she's known us for 5 years and she knows that he's not. So no, I really don't have a whole lot to say to her. And Quad proceeds to give her a drunk speech. Heavenly ain't been the same since you ain't been talking to her, okay? Contessa says, so Heavenly is talking about me and she hurt my feelings, but I'm supposed to be concerned about the fact that her feelings are hurt, that she's hurt my feelings. That's not fair. Contessa, the girl drunk. Wait till she's sober. She's talking from her kumbaya space right now. The drink will bring it out you. But I agree with Contessa. What I'm not going to do is care about how you feel about not caring about how you made me feel. We not going to, that's a game we're not going to play. We're not doing that. You can either talk to me or you can talk about me. You're going to have to pick a struggle. And the episode comes to an end with Anila dancing offbeat in her red beaded gown to celebrate her new house. Girl, God bless. Party hard. And we see the trailer for the upcoming season. Heavenly is on YouTube talking everybody's damn business. She think Quad sleeping with married men. She think Jackie husband done had so much ass in his face, Jackie is numb to it. Toya is broke and lazy and did what she had to do to marry up. And Contessa's husband got her confined to a castle. Child, she just is up there just saying all kind of stuff about the people. And it looks like at some point in the season, Contessa will be taking her gloves off too. Child, we'll see. But that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. As always, thank you so much for coming down here, listening to me and letting me get it off my chest. Thank you again to all of my channel supporters and contributors. I appreciate you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And in the meantime, until next time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.